9 tactics covert narcissistic women use to get you attracted. Have you ever found yourself mysteriously drawn to someone, feeling as though you couldn't quite put your finger on what made them so captivating? What if I told you that some individuals are masters at creating the illusion of warmth, charm, and vulnerability, all while masking a manipulative, self-serving agenda? Covert narcissistic women are experts at making you feel like you're the center of their world, and before you know it, you're emotionally hooked. These women may not overtly display the grandiosity we typically associate with narcissism, but their subtle tactics are just as effective, if not more dangerous. In this video, we'll delve into the 9 sneaky tactics covert narcissistic women use to attract and manipulate others. You might recognize some of these behaviors in people you know, or perhaps you've been the target of a covert narcissist's charm yourself. Stick around until the end to fully understand how these tactics unfold and what you can do to protect yourself from falling into their trap. Hello and welcome. If you've ever been caught off guard by someone's charm and charisma, only to later feel emotionally drained or confused, you may have encountered a covert narcissist. Before we begin unpacking the 9 tactics that covert narcissistic women use to reel you in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with anyone who might benefit from this valuable insight. Narcissists operate in subtle ways, and understanding how they manipulate those around them is key to protecting your emotional well-being. So, let's dive right into it. Today, we're going to explore how covert narcissistic women pull you in with their cunning, using tactics that are designed to leave you emotionally vulnerable and attached, all while serving their own selfish needs. You won't want to miss this, so stick with us. Covert narcissists, unlike their overt counterparts, often go unnoticed. Their manipulative behaviors are more insidious and less obvious, but they are still highly effective. They don't rely on loud, in-your-face displays of superiority. Instead, they use more subtle, strategic approaches to draw people in and maintain control over them. Their tactics are often rooted in emotional manipulation, leaving their targets feeling loved, special, and indispensable, until, of course, the narcissist devalues them. Let's explore the 9 common tactics covert narcissistic women use to get you attracted. Number 1. Feigning vulnerability. A covert narcissist often begins their manipulative tactics by pretending to be emotionally fragile or vulnerable. They craft a carefully constructed narrative in which they portray themselves as misunderstood or unable to cope with life's challenges. This false sense of vulnerability is strategically designed to pull at your emotions and create a sense of responsibility in you. It makes you feel like they need your help, your guidance, and your emotional support. This false portrayal invites you to step in as their rescuer, leading you to feel deeply needed and wanted. However, beneath the surface, this vulnerability is nothing more than a manipulation to get you emotionally invested in their narrative. By doing so, they gain control over your emotions, making it difficult for you to recognize that you are being used. Instead of truly being in need of help, they are simply using this facade to hook you in and keep you bound to their emotional demands. Number 2. The love bombing phase. Covert narcissists are infamous for their use of love bombing, a tactic they employ to win you over quickly and decisively. In the early stages of a relationship, they shower you with excessive affection, compliments, and attention, making you feel as though you found someone who is truly your perfect match. They make you feel incredibly special and appreciated, often going above and beyond to make you feel like the center of their universe. This overwhelming attention and adoration can make you feel unique, wanted, and deeply valued. You may feel like you've finally found someone who understands you completely, which is exactly what the narcissist wants. The intensity of their attention, combined with their idealized treatment of you, can create a strong emotional bond that is hard to break. In this phase, they work hard to keep your focus entirely on them, clouding your judgment and making it difficult for you to notice any red flags or inconsistencies in their behavior. The overwhelming nature of this love bombing can leave you feeling like you found someone who is too good to be true, and because of that, you may ignore the warning signs that something is not right. Number 3, playing the victim. Another classic tactic of the covert narcissist, especially in women, is the constant portrayal of themselves as a victim. They will often position themselves as helpless or mistreated, even when they are the ones who are causing harm or dysfunction in the relationship. By adopting this victim persona, they elicit sympathy and compassion from those around them, making others feel protective and responsible for their emotional well-being. They use this tactic to draw others into their emotional web, convincing them that they are the ones who need support and care. This dynamic can make you feel as though you must defend them, protect them, or help them fix whatever problem they are facing, reinforcing your emotional investment in the relationship. Over time, you may find yourself constantly coming to their aid, which only strengthens the bond between you and them. This manipulation tactics serves not only to keep you emotionally involved, but also to prevent you from recognizing the role they play in creating their own problems. It keeps the focus on their perceived victimhood and away from their own responsibility in the situation. Number 4, creating an us versus the world mentality. Covert narcissists are also experts at isolating their victims from others. They work subtly but effectively to create a dynamic where it feels as though you and they are the only ones who truly understand each other, and everyone else is either an enemy or simply doesn't get it. They foster a sense of unity between the two of you by convincing you that no one else can truly appreciate or value the special bond you share. This us versus the world mentality plays on your desire for connection and belonging, making you feel that you are part of an exclusive, unique relationship. In doing so, they isolate you emotionally and psychologically, making it more difficult for you to see their manipulative behaviors clearly. By framing the outside world as an adversary, the covert narcissist deepens your emotional investment in the relationship and makes you more dependent on them for support and validation. This isolation also serves to prevent you from receiving outside perspectives or advice that might help you recognize the unhealthy nature of the relationship. It creates a dynamic in which you feel like you can't trust anyone else, making it even harder to extricate yourself from their grasp. Number 5, mirroring your interests. One of the most subtle but powerful tactics used by covert narcissists is mirroring. They will carefully observe your interests, values, hobbies, and even your behavior to reflect them back at you in a way that makes it seem like they are your perfect match. They will adopt your likes and preferences as their own, making you feel as though you have found someone who truly understands you at the deepest level. This mirroring can be incredibly convincing, as it taps into your need for connection and compatibility. The more they reflect your personality and desires, the stronger the emotional bond becomes, and the more you feel like you found a soulmate. This tactic makes you feel validated and understood, but in reality, it's just a well-crafted facade designed to manipulate your emotions. The narcissist is not genuinely interested in your unique personality or values. They are simply reflecting them back at you to create a false sense of familiarity and trust. The more you feel like they are your perfect match, the harder it becomes to see through their manipulations. This mirroring tactic creates a bond based on illusion, making it difficult for you to recognize that you are being emotionally played. As you become more attached to them, it becomes harder to distinguish between their true self and the image they've carefully constructed to appeal to you. Number 6. Creating emotional dependency. Over time, covert narcissists employ a subtle yet effective strategy of creating emotional dependency. They may begin to present themselves as the only person who truly understands you, the one person who knows you better than anyone else. This can start with seemingly innocent gestures, such as showing an interest in your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. At first, it may feel comforting and even validating, as they appear to be the perfect confidant who gets you in ways no one else can. However, this closeness is often carefully orchestrated to make you feel as though you can't live without them. They reinforce this idea by being the one to offer support, advice, or reassurance when you're feeling vulnerable. Over time, this creates a situation where you start to rely on them emotionally, to the point where it feels almost impossible to imagine life without their presence and approval. They position themselves as your emotional anchor, a source of validation that you come to depend on, and this dependency gives them an incredible amount of power over you. The more they feed this sense of closeness, the more difficult it becomes for you to break free from their grasp, as you may begin to feel emotionally tethered to them in ways that cloud your judgment. Number 7. Appearing self-sufficient, but really needing validation. A covert narcissist may present herself to the outside world as independent, self-sufficient, and emotionally resilient. She may boast about her ability to handle challenges on her own, often portraying herself as a strong, capable individual who needs no one to validate her. However, behind this facade of self-sufficiency lies a profound need for constant external validation. While she may downplay her desire for attention and praise, she often drops subtle hints about her achievements, whether in conversation or through social media, seeking the admiration and approval of others. She may act as though she doesn't need anyone to tell her how great she is, but in reality, this is a carefully crafted narrative designed to mask her deep insecurity and desire for affirmation. This reliance on external validation is a critical tool that covert narcissists use to keep people emotionally invested in them. By creating an illusion of independence, they make it seem as though their approval is rare and valuable, leading you to believe that the validation they offer is a privilege. This dynamic often leaves you in a position where you feel obligated to provide the validation they crave, as your emotional connection with them becomes tied to their need for recognition. Over time, this can create an unhealthy cycle of dependency, where their sense of self-worth is tethered to the attention and praise they receive from you and others. Number 8. Gaslighting to keep control. One of the most insidious tactics that covert narcissistic women use to maintain control in a relationship is gaslighting. Gaslighting involves manipulating someone into doubting their own memories, perceptions, or reality. Covert narcissists excel at twisting the truth to suit their agenda. They may deny things they've said or done, even if you have clear evidence to the contrary, leaving you second-guessing your own recollections. They might claim that you're being too sensitive or exaggerating events, making you question whether your feelings are justified. This confusion and self-doubt can be deeply disorienting, leaving you feeling insecure and unsure of yourself. The purpose of this manipulation is to weaken your sense of reality, making it harder for you to break free from the emotional web they've woven around you. By making you doubt your own thoughts and feelings, they create a power imbalance in the relationship, with the narcissist asserting control over how you see yourself and the world around you. Over time, this constant undermining of your confidence can lead to a loss of self-trust, making it more difficult to recognize the manipulative tactics they are employing. Number 9. Conditional love. The love that a covert narcissist offers may initially appear to be unconditional, genuine, and unwavering. They may shower you with affection and attention at first, making you feel loved and valued. However, over time, you begin to notice that their love is anything but unconditional. The covert narcissist's affection comes with strings attached. They love you only when you meet their needs, provide them with the validation and attention they crave, and behave in ways that align with their desires. If you ever challenge them, question their behavior, or stop fulfilling their emotional demands, you may notice a sharp shift in their attitude. The affection that once felt so genuine may suddenly disappear, leaving you feeling abandoned and rejected. The narcissist will withdraw their love as a form of punishment, making you feel as though you are unworthy of their attention. This creates a dynamic where you constantly feel like you have to earn their love, and it keeps you emotionally tethered to them, always striving to regain their approval. The feeling of desperation to meet their ever-changing needs can be exhausting, and it can make you question your own worth. The truth is, the narcissist's love is never truly about you. It is always about their own needs, and they are willing to withhold affection to keep you in line. And that brings us to the end of this eye-opening exploration into the covert tactics narcissistic women use to manipulate and attract others. If you've ever encountered any of these behaviors in your own life, it's crucial to recognize them for what they truly are: emotional manipulation designed to create dependency and exert control. The first step in protecting yourself from these individuals is awareness. Once you are able to identify these patterns, you can start to break free from their grip and reclaim your emotional independence. If you found this video insightful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel for more valuable content, and share it with others who may be going through similar experiences. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you ever encountered a covert narcissist in your life? How did you handle the situation? Your story could help someone else who is struggling. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, knowledge is your greatest weapon when it comes to protecting your emotional well-being. Stay strong, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.